Peace and black supremacy to all gang members, to all our black street gangs and black street gang members, whether it be the Crips, the Bloods, GDs, any of the above. Stop calling yourself a gangbanger. Stop calling yourself a Crip, a Blood, you know, a GD, because there's no growth and development going on in your organization. There is no brotherly love overriding oppression and destruction going on in the organization, and there is no community revolution and progress going on within the organization. Stop calling yourself a gangbanger. Stop calling yourself a Crip, a Blood, a GD, and the likes. Call yourself what you really are. A white supremacist. Call yourself what you really are. You are someone who has strayed far away from the original path of the organization you joined. You strayed away because you are not progressing within. You're not progressing a revolution within your community. You are not overriding oppression and destruction. That is not the main thing, the main thing that is going on within the organization. There is no growth and development going on, so don't call yourself a GD. Call yourself what you really are. A white supremacist, a lost group who has fell off, or who ain't really about that life and can't be about that life because the organization itself has been corrupted, tainted, infiltrated by white supremacy. The only solution at this point would be to come out of the oppression and destruction that you are perpetuating. Come out of the death culture. No, these organizations are no longer. Your organization is no longer about black upliftment like it originally was. You can tell that it's not about that because of so many reasons. One reason is these organizations, they allow whites to join. So how are you gonna have a black organization and you are letting your enemy in? Whereas the integrity, some may say, well, it's political, or we gotta let them in to get another agenda established, to get a goal accomplished. So it's just strategic. But if it is that, the integrity is not there. So you can't be no brother. A real brother got integrity. Real Crips, real original members that these organizations spawned from had integrity. They weren't going to fold. They weren't going to go along with the system. They weren't going to go along with the corruption, the destruction, the genocide, the homicide, the internal hate. So Don't call yourselves gangbangers. Don't call yourself Crips. Don't call yourself Bloods. Call yourselves what you really are. White supremacists. Now, if you don't want to be a white supremacist, and you know that you have lost, you've been misled due to individuals within the organization that are leading you to a path of capitalism, which leads to a path of black genocide, because the money and the monetary system, capitalism, fuels the destruction of black people. If you want to come out of that because you were lost and misled, then throw away your black rags, your red rags, your blue flags. Throw them in the trash. Throw them in the dumpster. Burn them. Totally disassociate with them. If you really about the true principles that the Crips, the Bloods, the GDs, these different organizations really spawned from. If you really do love your black community, you really do love black nationalism, you really do love black people, and you really have black love and black integrity, and you want to see black power established without going through the white man and his system. You want to do it in a totally black way, a revolutionary way, something different, creative, innovative, spontaneous. Then come out of these corrupted organizations, because that's what our gangs have led to. True indeed, you still may have some of our organizations, some factions of these organizations that are doing stuff for the black community, but due to the fact that the internal parts of the organization and the all-around collective of the organization has been utterly corrupted, the only solution is to disassociate with that. If you really love black people. Now, if you're really a black devil, of course, you're going to go along with it. If you're really a black devil, you're going to make up an excuse and say that, well, I was born into this, I have no choice. You're going to say that. You're going to make up excuses instead of standing up like a man or a woman. You're gonna make them excuses, but I don't see how you could, because you're a gangster, you're a thug, you tough. You done been through the worst of the worst of situations. I don't see how one possibly could not be able to disassociate or to come out of that system. I don't see how they could even have the fear or the intimidation. I don't see how they could be intimidated to not come out of that corrupted white supremacist organization, because that's what these gangs have evolved to. Now, I could go in a little bit more on the history of it, the evolution or the de-evolution of it, but you know, to keep it simple, these organizations are at white supremacy status. So there is no high ranking, or there is no hierarchy that you can move up, you know, go from a foot soldier to an OG to a chief, a king, or whatever it may be. It's all It's all white supremacy. You moving up in the white supremacy ladder as you move up in these street gangs. It's just like getting a job at McDonald's and you are flipping burgers, and then you elevate to a manager. Then you elevate to assistant manager. Then you're the main manager, and then you elevate to the owner of that franchise. You still are working for white supremacy. You still are supporting an unhealthy establishment that is detrimental to black health. So I just want to say that, or I just want to tell our brothers who actually love their people, our black brothers who have black love, I want to tell them to stop calling themselves by these false titles. I want to tell them to stop false claiming, yeah, and call yourself and be who you truly are, which is a white supremacist. Crips, Bloods, GDs, all our black street gangs that contribute to the mayhem and the atrocities that the black community is facing. I want to tell them to stop false claiming. Stop calling yourself a gangbanger, a gangster, a GD, a Crip, a Blood. Or any other local street gangs that are about capitalism and black destruction. Stop calling yourself these titles. Stop false claiming and call yourselves who you truly are in this very moment. Which is a white supremacist. You might as well have a KKK hat on. You might as well be in that white robe. You might as well be a Trump supporter. Or you might as well just come on out with it and claim that and broadcast that. Elevate to your rightful position. Come out of that. But in this current moment, claim what you are and keep it real. Stop false claiming, false flagging, and stand on what you really are, which is a white supremacist. I hope that our brothers do wake up and see that what they are doing is nothing but a collective atrocity against black people, against themselves. It's it's a big old black on black hate organization, a big black on black hate catastrophe. So wake up. Be the kings, be the gods that y'all really are. Stop false claiming. Peace and black supremacy.